Hey there! So today I'm going to show you how to make quick, easy, all-natural bone broth. I know in another video I showed you how to make it overnight. If you don't feel like waiting overnight and do it in a crock pot, you can use a pressure cooker. So make sure you have about a pound and a third of whatever type of bones that you like. And I prefer chicken feet because they have so much great collagen in them, and they create a broth that gels once you refrigerate it, and that's really what you want for all of the health benefits. So this was frozen. I buy it in ton loads at a time. Actually, not that much, but I buy them and I freeze them. So you're going to put that in there. I wash those previously. Make sure you take off this little pack that's usually on the bottom that sucks up the extra fluids. Take that, throw it away. And what I do is in my freezer, I have a container that I put in like vegetable scraps that like the end parts of the celery leaves, the end parts of onions, because I add those to my broth. So you're just gonna stick them in there. If you're gonna use from a stalk of celery, let's just say about 3 to 4 stalks. It's really not brain science, it's what you want to add, okay? So you're gonna go ahead and put in, like I said, your celery, however much you want, 3, 4 stalks, it really doesn't matter. You don't even have to add any vegetables if you don't. And I have about 3 roughly chopped carrots. I took the tops off, wash them, add that. And then for the onions, you're gonna go ahead and actually leave the skin on the onions. Just leave it, coarsely chop it, about 8 pieces. Add that in there. And then for the water, I usually make about 3 quarts. So I just fill my water jars up, clean drinking water. Add that. You can add as much as you want, but I find that this amount is good for a pound, a little over a pound of the chicken feet. And you'll see they're fully covered. Let's see, I'll let you see. See that? There we go. All right, so what you're gonna do is go ahead and bring your stove to high. What you're gonna do is bring your pressure cooker to boil. Go ahead and cover it up. So I put it on the highest level of heat. Make sure your pressure cooker is all locked. You're going to bring it to a boil so that you hear your pressure cooker hissing, and then that's when you slow it down and you cook it for 25 minutes. See what happens. So this is the point at which I turn it down when you see the steam coming and you hear it going pretty loudly. So I'll turn it down to low, and then I'll let it cook for about 25 minutes. So the 25 minutes are up, and I'm going to let it sit here and cool for a little bit and open the lid. I like to let it come to room temperature before I put it in the bottles, but by all means you can put it in hot if you'd like. So this is the part that grosses a lot of people out, the people who aren't used to seeing cooked chicken feet, or chicken feet for that matter. But there's so many benefits. Can you see it? Yeah. There you go. Sorry, my vegetarian friends. Hopefully you haven't even made it this far in the video. All right, well, I'm gonna let it cool and you'll see what it looks like later. So you might be asking, why do I even make bone broth? Well, bone broth is one of those tonics, one of those beverages, one of those broths, whatever you want to call it, that has been around for centuries, and our ancestors made it. And they probably did it for flavor. They probably did it so that things weren't wasted. But now, science is showing, and people are feeling the benefits in their body, that it's so beneficial for the joints, it's beneficial for gut health, it's beneficial for the skin, hair, nails. I got some things written down here. I wanted to make sure I got them. So it's also good for detoxification. Did I say the joints? I think I did say the joints. Weight loss, okay, and inflammation. There's so much talk nowadays about inflammation and having anti-inflammatory foods. This happens to be one of them. So it's, some people call it a tonic, an elixir. I call it bone broth. And it's just so beneficial. And why throw away bones when you can cook them and create something that's really healing and beneficial for pretty much pennies. So that's why I make bone broth. I also, rather than just drinking it, sometimes I just drink it, but I'll use it as the basis of my grains. For example, if I'm doing soup, for my grains. So if I'm doing like rice or quinoa, I'll use that as the base instead of water. Or now soups and stews, I'll use that as well. Mashed potatoes, I'll add some of that in there. I use some for shepherd's pie in the mashed potato portion, as well as the ground lamb portion that I use. So it's very flavorful, and you can make it any way that you want. Main ingredient, bones and water though. And there you have it.